wild weekend. That is for sure. That is for sure. Lots of stuff to cover. How we doing today? How are we doing today? It's Monday. It's Monday, man. Start the week. Getting our stuff together, getting your shit done. All right. That's what it's all about. Doing a stream here, interacting with you guys. Been a minute, right? So there's a lot of stuff that we have to cover. First things first is the whole Brittany Renner situation, right? And the whole April Mason, because yes, guys, there has been updates to this, okay? This lead attorney, April Mason beef is just going nuts, all right? And then on top of that, like Kevin Samuels tagging in and going at it. This shit is just going crazy. And we're gonna cover all of that and more, all right? But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and discuss the whole Brittany Renner situation. You guys notice it almost seems like a deja vu. I'm like reliving this whole Friday all over again, right? Because it wasn't until like last Friday we covered Brittany Renner and April Mason. Now Monday we're covering Brittany Renner and April Mason. Now to be fair, okay, just gonna be fair on to Brittany Renner, right? Because what I genuinely think, I don't think this is a as big of an issue as most people are making it out to be. And for those of you guys who haven't heard, Brittany Renner got invited to a college by Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders to basically go ahead and teach these youngins some games. And apparently the manosphere's on fire right now. Okay, we're all losing our goddamn minds because we don't know what the heck is going on. Everyone's freaking out. Oh, Deion Sanders, you're simping. How dare you? How dare you simp and bring Brittany Renner around your kids? All right, ain't she the same lady that says hide your kids? She's coming in to take your kids. Look what she did to PJ Washington. Look what she did to PJ Washington. Deion Sanders, how dare you? Right? So listen, personally speaking, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think y'all are just making a mountain out of a molehill. But we'll break that down because listen, I don't really even think it's all crazy. Listen, I saw the tape in question, and don't worry, guys, we'll review that too as well on the show. But I don't think it was crazy. I think it was one of those things that maybe the youngins do need to know. They need to know, what kind of succubuses are out there and the kind of games that they own. And if Brittany Renner is the right person to teach that program, right? Listen. You got no calls with me, okay? You got no calls with me. Listen, if she's gonna write a book, if she's gonna sit here and write a book on how chicks can finesse dudes out here who in the very same room she was sitting in, all the motherfuckers she called dumb, all right? Let's just be real. She called every single motherfuckers in that room she sat down with dumb. So listen, if she's gonna write a book on how these guys are dumb and how you can pretty much make off like a bandit, right, in her kid situation, it didn't work out too well, but why not come and do the opposite, right? Maybe this is a redemption process for young Brittany, right? Maybe she's trying to turn things around a little bit, okay? So, guys, we got to leave Brittany alone, all right? We got to leave her alone. We'll cover this and more. Don't worry about it, all right? So, like I said, mixed feelings on it. I don't know why people are just losing their minds. It's nothing crazy, all right? And that comes to the reason why we also get at dudes in this space, right? We come at y'all dudes in this space, especially some of y'all hardliners, right? Because y'all think everything somebody does is simping. Every single thing somebody does is simping, right? If it has to do with the girl, which makes me want to question your fucking experiences with women. Because if every single thing people are doing with women or IG models means they're simping, you got a big problem, dog. You got a freaking that's a more of a you problem than a Brittany Renner problem. Because I don't think that should disqualify her from whatever it is knowledge she has to offer. Clearly, she's a smart woman, right? She is a smart woman, and if she's smart enough to write a book on how to finesse dudes and then walk that path to a T, to the point where she actually is living that life, right? And for those of y'all who think she's homeless, all right, yeah, we covered that in the last stream. I personally, like I said before, I don't think she's like homeless like that, like she's making it out to be. I think what ended up happening was she finally got booted out of the crib that she was living in, all right, and she's got to figure out her own bearings, right? And now the whole $200,000 a month, I'm not sure if that's a real thing. I don't know. I don't know if she's getting $200K a month, but listen, she's going to be getting paid. Y'all best believe she's getting paid. I mean, come on, look at it. Y'all see the contract PJ Washington signing. She's going to get paid, so don't worry about it. But right now, Brittany is going through a rough patch, okay? She's ridden her high all the way to the point where she's been the highest of the ballers and athletes and entertainers, right? to the PJ Washingtons and whoever she's gonna be with next afterwards, right? We're seeing the high and decline of the cycle of being an Instagram model. Okay, so if the decline and part of that means going to these same colleges that she uses as her hunting grounds to warn other people or young unsuspecting men of cougars like her, I say, why not? If she's a good enough teacher for all these young ladies out here, I think she'd be a perfect teacher for some of you young thirsty ass dudes in these colleges, okay? Because listen, the thirst has to stop. Like we are done with this, guys. We are done with this because part of the responsibility has to be on us. We have to learn good dick discipline, y'all. Like y'all can't discipline your damn dick, so you're running around here and falling into traps out here that are easily avoidable. Right? If you're on your mind, you're on your grind, and you are focused, right? You are focused on what it is you need to do. You'd understand that, hey, listen, it's not saying that don't have sex or don't focus on women. Oh, we teach focusing on women over here. We teach that on this, all right? As your path to the top, right? As you're going on, doing your thing, you should also learn how to talk to women, right? You should also know how to do that, right? Because I don't know some of these master guys. I don't know what they're talking about in terms of, you when you get to your 30s, when you get there, you're gonna be the successful person and whatnot, and ladies gonna come. Yeah, they're gonna come, all right. You best believe they mean come for your pockets, right? Because that's what it is. That's at that point in time, because you didn't take the time to learn those skills before you got to where you are when you had the money. Guess what? You don't have anything else to lead with but your goddamn money. The only skill you've worked so hard to build up in the first place. So why not on your way to the freaking top, right? Why not learn how to deal with women? So if you can learn the traps and the pitfalls, the personalities and different types of situations that you may run into, the crazies, the nice, all the different things while you're on your way, listen, by the time you get the money, it's not going to be that different. Chicks like Brittany Renner, you can see them coming from a mile away, right? So that's basically it. A lot of us, we just don't have that discipline, and we don't have that discipline to try. So essentially what happens is we fold for the one chick that gives us that one attention, right? That's what ends up happening. So a lot of y'all fall for that IG model or whatever chick that gives you the attention because you haven't been focused on putting in the work to go ahead and get that. So I personally agree, or we'll watch the video, right? We'll get y'all opinion on it too as well, to see what's going on in there. But I personally think that she's trying to do some good. This may be a redemption process for Brittany, right? This may very well be her redemption process, and that's great. All right, let her come back to doing what she needs to do. All right, but with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. I appreciate you guys sticking with us here. Alicia, welcome. We thought you were gonna miss you today. Jesse Pinkman, is that the real Jesse Pinkman? All right, y'all know where that's from. What's good, Big Dave? What's good? What is good? No, that's facts. How can you be homeless on 200K a month? Now, to be fair, Big Dave, all right, we don't know if she's actually getting that money. We have zero idea if she's getting that money, right? It could be 50K a month, right? It could be, right? They could go back, they could adjust. I don't know. I'm not a divorce attorney. I can't tell you, all right? But what I can tell you is that she's not homeless. She's gonna be all right. She might need some downsizing, right? And that's the one thing, like what do you call it? Dr. Dre's daughter, right? That's the first thing that came to mind. Because y'all remember in that video where she was struggling and she was talking about, not Dr. Dre, Brittany Renner. She was talking about, oh, I'm homeless. I had to give up my car and whatnot. The same thing. Why y'all not learning good financial management, right? You don't need to go buy expensive cars. You don't need, especially if you come into this game talentless, right? And that's all you have is your assets, right? Your entitlements, right? If that's all you bring to the table and you're not working on any other skills outside of what you got, listen, man, you better learn some good financial management. That's what it is. Otherwise, the money's going to leave fast. So that's the problem with girls like Dr. Dre's daughter, who all of a sudden is getting a car payment that's $2,400 a month or whatever it was. Why? Why? You're homeless with kids. You're both single moms. You need to downsize. That's what it is. If you have to downgrade that lifestyle, that means that previous lifestyle you used to lead was not working for you. You just couldn't afford it. So that's the weirdest thing. I never understood, like, why y'all always going in and spending all this damn money. Y'all just wild. So what mainly we got to take away from this Brittany Renner situation, Big Dave, all right, what we mainly got to take away from her situation is the fact that a lot of young women who are looking at that and looking at that as the lifestyle, as a new way to go, just understand that that's exactly the consequences that's waiting for you, right? And this is beautiful that it happened because we can see this in real time, right? The unfolding. Now, not saying that she's going to be down bad, right? She's going to be all right. But in terms of internally speaking, it's going to be a different story, right? It's going to, because this whole experience definitely does have an effect on her, right? And it will, right? We see her in the car and, up and down and trying to wish this stuff away. But realistically, the consequences are going to be there, right? What did we talk about in the last stream? Corinne Steffens, right? Who knows who Corinne Steffens is in the chat? Who knows, right? AKA Superhead. So there you go. There you go. It's the same scenario, the up and the downfall. So young ladies, this is a cautionary tale that, Liz, if you're going to choose this lifestyle, not saying that you can't do whatever you want. You absolutely can. It's just that this is not a fulfilling lifestyle as some of these ladies would like to make you think it is, right? And that's why we went it so hard at Brittany Renner for the last stream. We went hard at her because she was trying to make her L seem like a fucking W, right? She was trying to make it seem like how the hell are you homeless? All right, quote unquote. All right, I don't know. How the hell are you homeless? And then sitting here try to set the same message to the girls. Oh, don't always value independence. Don't do this. Listen. When you decide to have a baby, okay, that advice is all good and well when you're single. And when you're single, you have your own right to think selfishly. If anything, you're encouraged to do so. But when you decide to join situations, right? You get married, you get in a relationship, and there's a baby. Your independence stops. Even if you separate, your independence stops because there's a child out there that is dependent on you. We got to get ourselves out this mindset. But she's out here trying to say, oh, I don't have time to party at the club or run the club or do all this stuff like that. Yeah. Your kid's like 2-3 months old, man. That's the most crucial time where they're going to need the moms, right? Their dads, not really. And this is where I can actually attest to that, right? Kids don't need their dads when they're that old. But at 2-3 months, they need their mama. They need milk. They need something, right? And then it's not until they get older and when the influence of the father starts to come into play. But other than that, you left the situation before your kid had a chance. Like that's just wild to me. So you can't sit there and preach that as a W, right? So because I'm gonna come after you for that. Like you can't do that. But what you are doing, as for those of you guys don't know, she recently got into this college by Deion Sanders, all right? And y'all better know who Deion Sanders is. I know y'all know who Deion Sanders is, all right? Hey, look at this. Before we get into this video, check it out. I told y'all I was going to do it. I told y'all I was going to get YouTube Premium. No more ads, baby. No more ads. I told you, we upgrading this bitch. We are upgrading. So, essentially what ended up happening, Deion Sanders ended up inviting Brittany Renner to the school he coaches football at, right? And shout out to Deion Sanders, man. He's putting in a lot of work, so no hate coming from us. No, none of that, right? But there is a lot of hate that he's getting because of this situation. So this is her at the college, and she's going in, and her whole purpose is to basically speak to these kids about, the trappings of when you get into the big leagues, right? When you start getting into a higher league. Now, this particular clip that everyone's commenting on, it seems like more of like a motivational type of thing. But if you want to paint anything as a W, I would take this. I would take this video any day. Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to pause it right there. How many of y'all, I guarantee you, every single one of these brothers in the front row would fold. Half of them probably folding right now. Half of them are probably folding right now the minute she walked in, that motherfucker. They can't handle it, dog. This is what I'm talking about. You young guys. This is how easy it is. So listen. If we're gonna talk about PJ Washington, okay, listen. I also gotta cut my man some slack, okay. Listen, I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I saw Brittany Renner walk into the room, I'm gonna knock it down. I'm gonna knock it down. This is how it is. All right. I don't give a shit if she a single mom. I don't give a shit. Listen. That's hard. That is mighty hard, but that is also good. The reason why she's teaching, because I'm gonna tell you this: if you think Brittany Renner is kind of like average and talking about like the IG model, like what do you call it, tier list, right? There are other girls that look better than her in that same IG world, and some of them are younger. So imagine how crazy that situation if you were a young man, 19-year-old, just in the college, right? And someone like that walks into the room, right? Come on, bro. It's like lambs to the slaughter. I mean, come on. It's not even a fair fight at this point. So I'm glad that they're doing this. And for those of y'all calling Deion Sanders a simp, I mean, come on, man. Just watch this video, okay? And then we're gonna break it down and want to see if he was simping. Look at dude. Look at dude.
Calm down now. Calm down.
Can you introduce yourself and let's go from step A to Z, because we got to kind of show these guys the other side
Right.
of game. And that's why you gracefully blessed us with your presence so they could understand from your point of view how this game is played.
So my name is Brittany Renner, aka Bundle of Brittany on Instagram. I have been on social media for
Your joke ain't took notes all year, but now you want to take
Time out. Big Dave.
Starts with the phone.
They don't stand a chance, bro. They don't stand a chance. Look, oh boy over here. Oh boy, already taking notes. He never took notes, not once. He knew Brittany was coming. Got the notes pad. Look at that. Got everything ready. They don't stand a chance, dog. So I get it. I get it. I understand when they talk about this stuff, man. I understand. But this is why, like, especially if you're on your way to the top, right? Athlete, entertainer, whatever the hell. Learn good dick discipline. It's going to save your goddamn financial life.
Right.
They're going on Instagram and they see you. And what happens? They try to get off in them DMs and kind of take us on the journey of how this is played out.
I mean, honey, like, I feel like my DMs, it's like a Nike store. There's nothing but checks. So it just, for me, I feel like
Hold on. They missed that game.
Nothing but blue checks.
They missed that game right there. She says like a Nike store.
It's like a Nike store. There's nothing but blue checks. So honestly, when you reach a certain status, you can have the pick of the litter. So for me,
she don't mean checks, paper. She mean blue checks.
I'm talking heavy
Verified.
hitters. Some of y'all's favorite rappers, NBA players, football players. It's like, to me, once you reach that level just of popularity, the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want. And for me, my whole journey on here, I felt like my life almost felt like I was in Disney World, like I lived in Disney World. Like, you get to skip the line, you get privilege. Like, people just want to be next to you. They don't even see you as human anymore. And you can either, use it to your advantage and maybe abuse it, or you can, try to make something happen. So a lot of guys who are in my DM, you're in my DM because I'm Brittany Renner. So naturally.
Hold up. Listen, you had me, lady, and you kind of lost me over there. Listen, they're in your DM because you're Brittany Renner and they want to knock it down. Just be real, right? They see them photos, all right? They see them thirst traps, and they're like, I want to knock it down. That's what it is, Brittany, okay? It's not because of you. It's because they want to knock it down. But listen, what she's saying so far, it's facts, right? It is facts. When you get to a certain status, when you get to a certain level, man and or women, right? And for women, it's a little bit different. But if you're talking about, like, looks and modelist type of personality, I would say personality. Well, Brittany, she's got the personality that literally is keeping her in the news, and she actually knows how to play that off. But, like, if you have the looks, for women, listen, the world is your oyster at that point, right? For guys, once you get to a certain level, once you get to a certain level of status, the world is your oyster at that point. You get the pick of the litter. However, for girls, like she was basically saying, her DMs are filled with blue check marks. So there's more high value dudes, right, or great value dudes in her DMs than the other way around. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. So it's one of those things where if you get to that status, man, and you're trying to deal with this situation, just understand that there's other people who are better than you in this situation, right? So just keep that in mind. But she's not wrong. She's not, and I still don't understand the problem that people have with this. I really don't get it, dog. So let's continue.
If you play a sport, it's kind of like, well, that's an incentive to talk to you. A lot of times, women, men in general, everybody wants something.
Thank you.
Everybody wants something. So it's like, even if we both have our own thing going on, me still being with you is a good look because you boost my stock. Just like you boost my, you know what I'm saying? Like, I boost your stock. It's just that simple.
I don't disagree. She's dropping gems here. Like, I don't disagree. Listen, listen, what does Kevin Samuel say, right? That when you talk about like a high value woman, right? A high value woman compliments a high value man, right? And on top of that, if a man is sitting there with a beautiful looking woman, that also raises his status, not only amongst other men, but amongst other women too as well. So that's true, right? When that's why, you know, I always found it so crazy, man, that these guys always had a problem with paying for box, right? We talk about the Fresh and Fit crew and like some of these other guys who talk about, I got the burning desire, literally, right? All these desires and soul sucking and all that goddamn nonsense. You got all these dudes talking about it where it's just like, bruh, okay, that's fine and whatnot, but it's okay to pay for box too. And if you want to be strategic with the kind of box you're paying for, this is the kind of way to do it, right? So if you want to raise your value amongst people that you're around, whether it's I don't know why you want to pay for box around for your friends or whatnot, but for business related situations or just overall improving your status wise, go pay for it. Seeking arrangements. Matter of fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but is it the same dudes that have been telling y'all not to pay for box, right? Not to get a secret arrangements or whatever the fuck it is? Ain't the same ones that are already getting busted doing that shit, either leveraging their podcast or like going on these sugar daddy, sugar baby sites? I'm sorry, bro. So do as they do, not as they say. You see what I'm saying? Do as they do is not as they say. Women have a certain amount of value that they bring to this, especially some of these women that you guys want to call thoughts and whatever it is, right? Or OnlyFans, IG models. They do, believe it or not, bring value into the economy. So just keeping that in mind. But what she said so far, that's facts. I got no problems with it. I still don't know why some of the guys in this space right now have an issue with what she's saying. I really don't. I don't get it.
It's kind of like a give and take, but you have to be aware of what you're signing up for. You want to make it to the NFL, and it's kind of like, you do understand there's a lot that comes with that, right? There's gonna, like, to be able to decipher who really loves you for you, I think that's like the $1 billion question we're all wanting to know.
This is how the game is played. Please know that. We putting you up on game because some of y'all gonna make it. I hope, pray all of y'all make it, even if you make it in the business world. That's a whole nother category of game. In that world too. They just dress it up a little different.
Yeah.
The game is the same. Only thing changed is your names.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I just spit right there.
You are useful, and it's better to be useful than useless. So you just have to have that understanding that, okay, I have something to offer, you know, whether that's financial, status-wise, whatever. And people do see that as a bonus.
Yo, I can't take this background music, bro. I feel like I don't know what the fuck to feel right now watching this shit, dog. Like, I'm feeling pumped, but I don't know what the fuck I'm listening to, dog. Like, I get it, okay? Relax, okay? You gotta teach these dudes dick discipline, but I mean, y'all making it too damn much. But I mean, that's as much as I want to go with this one here. I don't see what the big deal is, man. So she's out here, she's talking, she's trying to spit game. I don't think that makes Deion Sanders a goddamn simp. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. See, it's the people that don't have the most experience, all right, in the real world and dealing with women and dealing with just people in general are the same ones trying to call other people simps and all these other names and shit like that, man. Y'all got to calm that stuff down, all right? It's all like, first of all, this is Deion Sanders we're talking about. This is Deion Sanders we're talking about, all right? Like, one of the best players that ever has existed in the history of NFL football. And at it, not just with one position, with multiple positions, and not just in the NFL and playing football, but like we talk about baseball and all these other things, like a Bo Jackson, bro. So this dude is definitely well respected in the space, but it's one of those things where he's one of these, even the college he's coaching at right now, the athletes he's dealing with, right? He's doing it. You can tell all this stuff comes from the heart. If there's anyone else that is the opposite of that, it's Deion Sanders. That's the opposite of Simp is Deion Sanders. So just keep that in mind, y'all. Hold up, that shit went out again. But just keep that in mind. It's just one of those things where it's like they don't know. The Poppy, you're right. They don't freaking know, man. Like, y'all don't know. That's the crazy thing. Y'all always thinking like something, anything a guy does that's remotely nice or kind or even respectful to a woman, right? That's automatically classified as simps. We all see the kind of nonsense y'all like to follow, right? The Andrew Tates of the world and all that. Hey, don't worry about y'all too. I got smoke coming for y'all dudes. All right. But y'all sitting there, oh, what? The only way to be a man and get chicks is to be this straight up dog that's just disrespectful and chicks are gonna fucking vibe with that. Listen, I'm not saying that most chicks aren't, because most chicks probably won't deal with it, but there's a small minority of chicks who won't mind you talking down to them and speaking in some kind of a fucked up kind of way. But in the real world, you come in with a fucking Myron Gaines type of game. You gotta come in here with an Andrew Tate kind of game, fucking throwing bricks and shit like that. You're gonna go fucking, that's all you're gonna be doing, running into fucking bricks, dog, because you ain't got no game. Just like these mofos. These guys only do what they do and get what they can because they leverage money. But there's something they don't teach you guys that, right? They don't teach you guys how to use your money to leverage it for box, right? They teach you guys how to try to get their souls for free, right? Oh, I go on secret arrangements, all right? I go on secret arrangements and I get the girls for free. Oh, you do. And then come to find out you're paying for all this other stuff, right? Paying her to walk your dog, paying her to do all this shit that she was, bro. Like, anyone that's taking these mofos serious at this point in time, I don't give it. Like, y'all just crazy. Y'all are nuts, okay? Y'all listen to these fake alphas and they're running your lives into the drain because all you're doing at this point is living vicariously through them. So it's not your life. You're not the one out here talking to these bitches. And I guarantee you go out here talk to these girls like that, you gonna get slapped in the face. That's just how it is. Real world women don't appreciate that kind of game. They out here throwing bricks, dog. If you don't want fucking charges thrown on you, bro, you go ahead. No. Matter of fact, you go out there and go talk to one of these girls like Andrew Tate does. Go, you go ahead and do it, bro. Go ahead and see what happens. Yo, you get the hell out of here. But not every single thing is freaking. It's not everything's simping, dog. All right. If you want to be able to take a girl out, right? If you want to talk about bringing her home, fucking, what was it? Was that Big Dave? No, it wasn't Big Dave. Somebody else had a problem with it, right? Where we're talking about cooking game. Right? When you bring a girl home, you show her experience. You like cooking with her in the kitchen, make the dinner and whatnot. Right? A lot of y'all in the chat talk about, oh, yeah, that's simping. That is simping. How? What you're not realizing is most girls, when they go out on dates nowadays, is either them running into mega simps who are just trying to like fucking throw out money on expensive restaurants and dates and shit like that. That's simping, if anything else, right? Or dudes that just want to come up, have them come back to the crib, no dinner, no nothing, just come Netflix, we chilling, and you getting the fuck out of there in the morning. That's literally what it is. But a dude that she runs into, right, who say, hey, come over, but I'm not gonna spend on the stuff in the restaurant. We're gonna have dinner, but listen, let's go ahead and let me show you how to. You make good rice. You know how to make good rice? Let me show you. I'm Nigerian, baby. I'm gonna show you how to make good jollof rice. Okay, it's gonna taste so good. It make you want to slap your mama, girl. That's what it's gonna be. Come on, and let me show you how to do it. This is how you boil rice. This is how you do. Listen, bro, you're teaching her. You're showing her experience that she's gonna take with her when she leaves. That way, you stick in her fucking mind. But y'all don't get that. Y'all don't understand that, because doing something like that, that's considered simping. You just expect this girl to be some kind of weirdo automaton that's just gonna come at your your beck and desire. And when she doesn't, right, you're gonna pull a fucking Myron Gaines and what? Call another bitch right in front of her? Get the fuck out of here, bro. That's dumb. That is freaking dumb. All right, y'all who out here labeling people simps and shit like that, y'all the real simps. Y'all don't understand what Deion Sanders is trying to do with a lot of these young brothers out here, and I support what he's doing. So keep that up. And Brittany, matter of fact, this might be a whole new thing for you, Brittany. Holy shit, this turn this bitch into a show. I'ma go to fucking colleges and talk to these young men how not to simp and teach them good dick discipline game. I am 100% for it. And that's pretty much what I got on that story, man. Y'all tripping if y'all got an issue with that. All right. So the next one we're going to go into, guys, listen, Speaking of all these fake alphas, we're going to talk about April Mason. Oh, God. Yes, April Mason, fellas. She's back at it again. And listen, this time she is throwing them dukes up and she is throwing them freaking hooks right in there, bro. And so she came back with a back